Hey everybody, Jay Marino here, welcome back, starting a new custom campaign showcase for Warcraft 3. This is Living Nerubian campaign. That's what it's called. Living Nerubian campaign is created by user WA666R. I'm not sure if there's a phonetic pronunciation to this I'm not getting. Wa666er, we'll go with that one. So we'll get started with Mission 1. I assume, I don't know, I haven't played this yet, that this is exactly what it sounds like, in that we are playing as living Nerubians as opposed to the conquered undead Nerubians in Northrend. So let's give this a shot, we'll see what's going on here. Dark times fall upon the Nerubian Kingdoms. The days of peace and the pursuit of knowledge have come to a halt once the Lich King arrived with his endless forces of undead minions. In a few months' time, a vast majority of the Nerubian forces were dispatched, then risen as undead to bolster the already ravaging Scourge. A special warrior known as the Devourer was sent forth to find an influential leader in the southernmost parts of Northrend. With their aid, perhaps the war efforts would shine favor for the remaining living Nerubians. That's the name of the thing. Yeah, you know what? We'll just stick with normal. Dark times have fallen upon the Nerubian Kingdom. The brethren that were once loved and respected have become mindless undead servants seeking the destruction of the kingdom that they had helped build. We sent forth one of our elite warriors, the Devourer, to find a missing vizier that leads in the area. Once the vizier is found, she must be returned safely. I don't know who this character is, but he's like the living Nerubian cookie monster, and I'm really excited about it. Okay, we have Rive, who has Brood War Hydralisk sound set. I can get behind that. Level 2 Devourer. Strikes an enemy target with a wound that causes a 5-second stun, and when a Devourer attacks the target, it gains HP based on 2% of the afflicted target's hit points. So it's like... So basically, you use this... It doesn't do damage, but it's a stun, and when attacking the unit while it's stunned... Well, not even... It's for 15 seconds, not just during the duration of the stun, but it applies a debuff such that we can leech health from the debuffed unit as we're attacking it. Whenever the Devourer kills an enemy, he regains 150 HP, 40 mana, and 25% movement speed. That's huge! Oh my goodness! So we want to try to make sure that Rythe is getting last hits if he needs to be healed. We got these Battlers. Basic melee attack are able to use Rush, which increases movement speed and take less damage when moving. Requires a Chambers. Alright. Interesting. Okay. Increases movement speed by 50% when moving. Take 50% less damage. Well, that's nice that it can, like, rush in and start dealing damage. I guess, I mean, the damage reduction doesn't really seem that important, but it's more like it just lets them move in faster. So, like, yeah, there we go. Run them in there. So what I'll do is I'll hotkey these two Battlers and back them out to ensure that Rythe, is the one that gets the last hit. I don't know, he, she, it, man, woman, person, camera. I think one of these said he. When the Devourer kills, he regains. Okay, we'll stick with the Devourer being a male Nerubian. Who knows, man? Let's grab the Boots of Speed. That's not a bad starting item. Usually some of the first stuff that I'm inclined to drop are, you know, boots, but that's not bad, especially on a melee hero. Plus he's got that fancy, he gets big too. Look how big he gets when he gets that movement speed buff. Polar bears. Okay. I'm gonna say that was weird how the polar bear turned to hit just this one guy for some reason. I guess this one is too low. Its HP is too low, so they're gonna focus on that one. Let's try this Q. I mean, we know what's gonna happen. We know how it's gonna work. It's gonna stun him for 5 seconds, right? And then he gets HP regen. You guys just stay back. You're already taking a decent chunk of damage. Was there a different way to go? It doesn't look like it. Get healed. You'll love to see it. Rune of Healing. This is neat. I'm excited to see. I assume eventually there'll be like a whole tech tree and stuff. It'll be cool to give that a shot. Okay, that's fine. So presumably, my understanding is this is the first project that Wa666er has ever created. I think, which would mean that this is the first map that they've ever released. So that's pretty cool to think about. And I guess the reason that I play on normal, for example, we got web spinners now. The reason that I play on normal, for example, is because, like, I don't really know what to expect when I'm trying out a creator's stuff that I've never experienced before. Because you never really know. Healing salve is fine, I guess. Ranged attacker has sticking webs, which causes some attacks to immobilize an enemy unit and drag air units to the ground.
Your choice.
So they can attack air. It's just they have a 10% chance of pulling air units down when they attack them. 10% chance to immobilize enemies too. Is that like a stun or just such that they can't move? Because that's not quite that important if it's just they can't move. But yeah, anyway, that's just part of, my my experience as a showcaser is, I have, there are certain things that I look out for, I know, that are like maybe common mistakes of other creators or, things that I really like that I'm on the lookout for. And then when we're just getting started, I like to play on normal just to see, like, typically the normal difficulty is the one that is like the balanced quote-unquote difficulty that the creator starts from and then makes modifications to make it easy and a hard from there. This is not always the case, though. I've played some where they start from the hard difficulty and then they scale backwards. It's different for everybody. We found a scroll of healing, by the way, by going along that edge. That was something. So that, as I was talking about, like, that's an example where, like, it could be an early mistake where, you might have to put some rocks there to block that because there isn't actually anything over here. But actually, our map maker had something back there for us to get, so that's good stuff. Thane Bane? Thane Bane. Guard. Undead Nerubians harvest power from Thanes littered across the map. Find and destroy them, all 7 Thanes. With each destroyed, the Undead Nerubians become weakened. Okay, so, like, we won't get a bonus, but the enemy will be weakened, I guess? Okay, let's get in there. You guys go ahead, use your rush ability, I guess. Let's focus fire here. And then when this one is low enough, we're going to go ahead and change targets to make sure that our hero is the one that gets the killing blow, because it's a new age of Jay Barino after all. Cool, perfect. I even have these guys hotkeyed just so that I can order them to stop attacking so that my hero can be the one that gets the killing blow so that they get the full heal. Well, that's not a full heal. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So what is this? It's just listed as Thane. Okay, well, you guys get to work on that. Let's check to see if we can fit in these trees or anything like that. Rune of Greater Healing. 6 remaining Thanes. I mean, if they all drop runes, I'm cool with that, because if we have to fight otherwise optional units... Was there a different way to go? Oh, I never went over here. Okay. If we have to fight otherwise optional units, then yeah, I'm glad that we at least are getting healed up. Though I have no idea what the ultimate reward for actually doing this is supposed to be. Wolves. I mean, we should just... I mean, I guess we just want to kill everything. Let's go ahead and stun the big one. Okay, now all of you change targets to the big one. There we go. So that way he got the killing blow. Change targets. Oh, yeah. Yo, the New Age is coming in hot today. You didn't think you'd see it. And then we got a nice Rune of Healing here. Slippers of Agility. I mean, honestly, this healing salve probably isn't really that necessary. So our consumables, I think, should stack because we are technically playing on Reforged, that's not true. We're playing on version 1.32, which is the latest version of the game. That does not mean that it is Reforged. That is the version that Reforged is on. This is something that many people don't seem to fully understand, though. So when Reforged was released, everybody's game client that owns the game got automatically updated. It got automatically updated to 1.32, right? So if you want to play this campaign, or if you want to play Revamped by Seven Blood, for example, a very hot campaign, you don't need to own Reforged, because if you owned the game, if you owned the classic version of the game but didn't buy Reforged, your game is still updated to 1.32. You just don't have access to the new models, right? The quote HD version of the game, as it were. Okay, you all change targets. But you still have 1.32, so anything that's made in that version of the game... Let's use the Q here. anything that's made in that version of the game is playable by you. Now, if you've pirated the game and you're not getting those auto updates, that's your problem. I can't help you. Because this is a common problem. People ask, like, oh, how am I able to use this stuff, etc., or how am I able to play these campaigns, etc., etc. So, first off, I have a classic version of the game. I have a 1.31 version. You can download the game files for it from Hive Workshop. And if you have a CD key, an existing CD key, you can use that, and then I run a separate 1.31 version of the game to play classic campaigns on. And then I also have a reforged version of the game, 1.32, that I'm playing currently. Will this information actually filter down to the people that need to hear it? Probably not, unfortunately. But I get these questions constantly. Constantly. We came up here, we're going... Yeah, this way. No, that's the Fane. Am I lost? Where the heck do I go? We came down here. Down here? Oh, there's a bridge. Okay. I think the bridge counts as like its own separate terrain thing. Shadow Weaver. So by extension, because we didn't have vision of it. Okay, we'll be able to salve after this. We just want to make sure that he's getting the last hits. Let's just try and get all these dudes in there. Okay, hit this one. Hit this one, please. These guys seem like they create blight, and it seems like they're also buffing stuff. Yeah, let's just get our hero back up to snuff, because he's the one that's tanking all this. Stop attacking. There we go. I guess the only thing I could really do is make a completely separate video about the whole versioning thing. It is, it is abstract unnecessarily. It's the fault of Blizzard for doing this, but, I am tired of getting asked. I get asked dozens of times every month. It's everywhere. What is this? Allies from the Northern Kingdoms, led by Devourer, no less. I assume you'll be of aid. My force has been tasked to meet with a base north of here. Escort us and we will aid you. Alright, well, just let's go. Let's get up there. Obviously, we don't want them... They're already going. Escort the Vizier to the base to the north. The Vizier and the Devourer must survive. I was gonna say, I see... caves, it's like, seems obvious that, of course, stuff's gonna come out of the caves. We might as well use this Q, that way he can sustain himself, he's taking less damage. We can use our salve on our allied units. Passively gains life-stealing attacks, which we already have something that gives us life-steal. Increases attack rate by 20%. We've repelled their ambush. Come near me when you are ready to move forward. I am not ready to move forward. I want to come down here and check these other directions that we didn't otherwise go. Give me a moment. Here, let's use up this salve, otherwise... It's just sitting in our inventory. We're not really using it. Anybody who needs it, go ahead. Wait, is this gonna... Hang on. Quick save? Is this gonna... He said, come near me when you're ready to go, but I'm... Okay, well, we may have accidentally triggered him to move. I'll backtrack and check this stuff later. A Shadow Weaver has risen a blockade. We cannot pass until it is disposed of. Disposed of, not dispersed of. I like these giant Tomb Striders. They're cool looking. They look like Karaji models. Okay, so he can't get through here anyway. So this is our chance to look around against some of these locations that we otherwise haven't been able to go to. Polar bears. Part of the issue with the Q is when you stun a unit, your guy is going to automatically change his target to something else. Okay, and stuff is still spawning behind them, too. He's going to change his target to something else. Because that... Ooh, Tome, let's go! I still have a point here, by the way. I have to decide what I want to use this on. Let's pop down here and heal them. Because the stunned unit is not aggressive, so it's not going to draw any aggression. So It's another Feign. Let's draw these things out to us. There we go. So if I hit Q to see how he changes targets, because this thing is technically not considered hostile to him at that moment. I don't know what this is. I'm not sure if this is damage over time or what. Yo, he's taking a lot of heat. I don't know what that purple goop is. Let's get up here and destroy this. Hopefully this drops a rune. See, he's so low that I can't really risk him getting in there to get last hits. Okay, they're fine. Yeah, perfect. Okay, great. 5 Feigns remaining. So, it gives him... Does it give him passive lifesteal permanent? Because it says passive lifesteal. Does that mean he's always draining life, but then otherwise he has an active ability that also gives him a 20% attack speed increase? I feel like the 2% increase for deepening wounds is not that important, and it doesn't increase the length of time of the stun. New units get added. Okay, let's come on back down here. So we have to figure out how to get over there. Probably this way, or this way. So this is... This seems better, honestly. Unquenchable. I mean, it's a passive. I'm not huge in leveling up passives. Like, I think, you know, getting a passive prior to having a passive, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't have Endurance Aura and then you put 1 point into Endurance Aura, that's a big deal. But going from level 1 Endurance Aura to level 2 Endurance Aura is not a big deal. Whereas this passive is so good, like the increase from, you know, you get 50 extra HP for killing something, plus the mana specifically, it just seems so flippin' good. I don't think I could pass it up. Versus, you know, only, you know, 2 to 4% of current HP. I also realized that this is based on the target's hit points. So you want to use that on big targets. This looks... Okay, another Feign. Let's move on in. Okay, change target so that he gets the mana. Yeah, like, look at that heal. I mean, even just, like, the mana replenishment. That is enormous. My goodness. I don't regret my decision for a second. So I'm usually really meticulous on micro missions like this. I haven't lost anything, but I can see how, like, if we weren't thinking about how our hero works in terms of replenishing health and mana, then, you know, we might have a little bit more trouble. Is there, like, a way to go through this fog down here? Right there. Okay. And you're still hanging out. You're fine. Get some of that passive life regen. Very, very small base Warcraft 3 regen for biological units. Okay, you guys are going to block people, so make sure you move all the way in. You guys use your little rush ability to get in there faster. And this is fine. We can spread the damage out. We're going to get, theoretically, another rune there. Again, it's sort of unclear what the bonus is actually giving us for destroying these things. It just says it'll weaken the undead Nerubians. I don't know. Alright. So we've got to go this way next. It seems like no other units have spawned from behind to attack Savab Vinre. I think it's Vizier's forces, but it's listed as Visor's forces. I like that. Okay, Murlocs in Northrend? Impossible. Okay, this is fine. What we are lacking is any sort of AoE, so like our hero, we just auto-attack and everything's fine. I mean, that Unquenchable is so good. I guess it'll be worth getting Feeding Frenzies just so that we can get something that lets him attack faster, which does work really well with Deepening Wounds. Incites the Hunger of the Devourer, gaining 250 HP. Each attack has a 40% chance to deal extra damage and stun. So it's basically like a more diverse avatar. He gets a lot of offensive capabilities there too. Healing Salve. I guess. Let me tell you what, let's just go back and use this. I prefer to keep these, especially these Tomb Striders alive as long as possible. They seem awesome. This must be the way, right? I'm just looking back at the fog that we otherwise couldn't see. It looks like that's just water. That might be something. We could always swing back and check. There's the Shadow Weaver. I'm unclear what the spells... so this thing is buffed. So the Shadow Weavers... Yeah, they don't do a lot of damage, but they have spells that do something. It's kind of hard to tell what specifically, but they do stuff. Lead with the hero. He's got a lot of regeneration options. Go ahead and get on the caster, please. I guess we could have stunned him, or should have stunned him. Okay, that lowers the barrier. Oh, here he comes. I was going to say, maybe I should go back and check this really quick. We can keep our... Okay, never mind. We're under attack. Back up. Oop, run, buddy. Actually, like, it's actually good to use that ability to run away. Oh, not the web spinner, though. He's alive. We repel their ambush. Come near me when you are ready to move forward. I am not ready yet. Please do not move forward. Let's go ahead and salve here. And salve here. And then I would love to just really quickly check down here. I'll send only my hero. And this is also fine because we're letting these guys get the max salve.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Enemies behind us. I am slowed. They should probably leash eventually and then go and continue to attack in the direction they were going. Crates. Hey! It was worth it. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Let's get up here and help this guy. And then we got Writhe coming up from behind. Now, I don't have any other... I mean, I could backtrack. I left some consumables on the ground. Maybe that's going a little too far with the min-maxing. Now, until we get to a macro mission, I'm not going to make any judgments on the difficulty yet. This seems... I mean, there's two ways to go. I guess let me check up here first. Quick save. This looks promising. In terms... Yeah, okay, I see Blight. Is that because I'm constantly looking for separate pathways that we want to hit before the convoy is actually moving. Corruptor. I'll be honest, minus the eggs, these things are kind of cute. They're like big dung beetles, you know? And we should get a nice rune for this. Okay, change targets. Yeah. I guess let's go ahead and grab Feeding Frenzy. There's the next Thane. I don't know how many are left. Does it say here? 3 left. Well, soon to be 2. Very nice. Okay, so let's make our way down here. Now, I was mentioning earlier, too, I guess just sort of, facts about the campaign. This is relatively new, hence being made in the newer version of the game, but I think this was released, like, end of 2021-ish. Let's go ahead and start the convoy moving. So, again, it's, like, relatively new. I am impressed, though, again, for, like, a first map release from this author. It seems pretty good. Units gained. I guess we can make a new hotkey group with these web spinners. I think actually just let them handle that and let's stay ahead because this is just, well, Alright. I feel like there's going to be another ambush soon. Yep, there it is. That web spinner's probably in trouble.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I would rather lose some of my battlers than lose the allied units. Because I think the allied units are, like, way stronger. It's good. Good split. Good split. Okay, not bad at all.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
We've repelled their ambush. Come near me when you are ready to move forward. Honestly, there's not like a separate way to go, so let's do it. Go ahead, buddy. Especially because units spawn behind us. Some of our units are getting low, and I don't have any way to regen them, so I guess we're just gonna go.
What's done is done.
I mean, they have more HP than a footman, to be fair. Probably less armor. Okay, so let's zip zoom these guys into the back. How about that? Finally, we're going to start losing some units, but that's okay. That's what they're for. To die, I guess. I mean, it's real-time strategy. That is what your units are for. To die. Let's, I'm sure we'll get some more. He's still going. Let's try and stay, again, kind of close up towards him. Another Shadow Weaver has risen a blockade. We cannot pass it until it's disposed of. Is there another blockade? Well, hang on. Let's wait and see, because I feel like we're going to get ambushed from here first, and then we obviously have to go this way, so... No, maybe there isn't. Okay, that's fine. Let's just bring the squad, bring everybody. They can defend themselves so long as they stay relatively clumped up together and they don't get separated. Let's see if we can maybe body pull these instead of drawing all of them. No? Okay, there we go. Just let our hero get the kill for the mana. Yeah, I'm getting used to this. Like how the hero works. I like the concept of it. I like heroes that have abilities that synergize in different ways, like especially like Feeding Frenzy and Deepening Wounds, but also Deepening Wounds with like making sure you get last hits. Stuff like that is cool. It makes you really think about how you use your abilities as opposed to like, unit low health, heal.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay, they're fine. Honestly, more salve. More salve wouldn't be a bad thing. Break, 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 break. Good work. Let's get down here. Well, they don't really need help, but they kind of need help. And let's pick these up on the way out. Healing cell we can use on our allies. I mean, honestly, healing the battlers seems kind of... he's losing stuff. But yeah, let's keep these Tomb Striders alive where possible. You know, we're on the normal difficulty, but the enemy is doing the thing where they target down your really weak units, so it's not like it's super simple or anything. We can clump everybody up and just use this scroll of healing as well. I'm not going to have too good to use syndrome on that. Our base is near. Come near me when you're ready to move forward. So let's do this. I am not quite ready to move forward. Is this the last Fane over here? Because it looks like it would be. These corpsers seem really, really powerful.
Our warriors have engaged.
Okay, let's get to it. Don't get ambushed here, though, please. He says, come near me when you're ready to move forward, but, like... Not really, though, right? Okay, let's get over here and help them first and foremost, and then we can backtrack and destroy that. Destroy the Fane. And in fact, we can send these guys to destroy the Fane. Oh, that's ranged, actually. Deepening Wounds you can use at a distance. Kill and kill. Use your Q ability and run away. We've repelled their ambush. Come near me when you are ready to move forward. Okay, let's bring everybody back over here. Nope. Okay, when you see those projectiles just slowly moving towards you, you know you're not gonna make it. We only have one left, right? No, there's two. Okay.
Our warriors have engaged
Yo,
the enemy.
I must have accidentally triggered him to move because this is a problem. I might have to use a save. I don't know if this is my fault or the map's fault, honestly. A final Shadow Weaver has risen a blockade we cannot pass till it is disposed of. Okay, well, he's alive, and I have two.
Make your choice.
I have two salves left that I can use.
I'll wait.
So we can salve these Tomb Striders. Oh gosh. Stun that thing. Okay. Oh yeah, our allied forces haven't really been able to catch a break, have they? Let's see if we can get the last Fane. Oh, more units.
Your choice. You rang the time.
Manual of Health, I love that. More units from behind. Okay. Alright. Let's go. There he is. That's a good chunk of stuff. Maybe, you know what, why don't we leave some of these units down here to make sure that our allies are safe. My ally, or my hero is strong. I think that my hero can probably... oh, 30-second cooldown. Yeah, we don't need to leave that on autocast. So that's a lot of mana, you know? Okay, we're getting there. And again, we're doing our... Again, we lose some of the battlers. I'm okay with that. It's the web spinners, I think, are where it's at.
Yes, master.
Let's check down here really quick before we open it up. Casual Corruptor. Try to get the last hit here. We've got inventory space, too. This is good. Hopefully I haven't missed anything too important. Oh, he didn't get it. He didn't drop anything. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we're not getting XP for anything at this point either. I wonder why. Oh, no. I didn't mean to... Here. You gotta stay down here. Because similar to the last time, it seemed like as soon as we killed this guy, then a bunch of enemies spawned. Okay, he didn't drop anything. We're under attack, as suspected. That one web spinner's pretty low. Let's... No! That's too bad. We've repelled their ambush. Come near me when you're ready to move forward, but like maybe not. Maybe not really. Maybe I'll just go ahead and move anyway without without consulting with you. Okay, let's go ahead. Did I miss? It's over here.
Our warriors have engaged.
They're right by the base. They're right by the base. All right, so let's go and get the last Fane. Hopefully it's not like a point of no return or anything like that. Assault the enemy base, destroy all enemy forces stationed there. I thank you, Devour. Your aid is invaluable. However, a final objective stands in our way. I shall prepare my forces. Come and see me when you are ready to assault the enemy. Well, hang on. Apparently we can weaken them. I still am not entirely sure what that really means, but we want to get our last Fane. Again, I mostly base the Fanes, or figuring out... Oh my god, I thought that was claws plus 15 for a second. I mostly am figuring out where the Fanes are based on... Just like Fog of War we haven't discovered yet. And that's worked out pretty well. These things seem really strong again, so let's focus on this thing. There we go, and we got the last hit on our hero. I've gotten a little more lax with that in the latter stages of this map. Might as well keep that dude alive. What do we got here? Pot of greater healing is fine. I'm not gonna say no to that. Especially at low levels, like that's, you know, that's a decent chunk of his health healed up. That's like 2/3 of his health. Alright. Did anything happen for that? Let me just double check. Did something happen? It just says complete. I guess the whole point is that there were some consumables to pick up in some of these locations, but man, I don't know. Let's look around this base as well before we kick off the attack. He's got some new giant tomb striders. Queens, web spinners, sycophants. Siege damage, huh? Cool, so it does seem like there is like a full-on tech tree that's ready to be used for this. I'm looking forward to trying that out in a future mission. I just want to look around the... Oh, I didn't mean to use that. I just want to look around the area around the base. Oh, well, there's some trolls. Just lure them back to us. Now everybody go. Orb of Venom. I like that. I think certain conventional wisdom would say to drop the pot. Yo, tome +2. I like that. Conventional wisdom might say to drop the pot for the orb. But I think I'm just going to drop the boots. I don't think we need boots. I don't think the movement speed bonus that you get from the boots is enough to justify... Like, I would rather... at this point, because you never... Like, that could really save us at some point, whereas boots are not. And boots are just sort of like the smallest quality of life improvement for your hero that is pretty easily replaced. Plus, he gets a movement speed boost when he kills things, so if we ever have to run back to base or something in the middle of combat, we should be able to. This is not multiplayer, after all. Destroy the undead filth from this land. Charge, but twice. Let those tomb striders take the lead. Don't get stuck behind them. Okay, well, he's stuck behind the ranged folks. Go ahead and use this. Let's go ahead and get on top of this. Yeshrishis. Really? That's a name, all right. Obsidian Aroblast? I'm assuming that's supposed to be Arbalist, but I don't know. My hero is fine. My hero is better than fine. Brood Youth? Those must spawn from something. Okay, this went fine. Could do like a really quick last-minute check back here to see if there's anything to get. With their forces waning, I shall go forward to find the source of the undead Nerubians' aggression. You there, Queen. Take a small force and head towards the coast. You will likely find more forces there. Aid them. At your command, Lord Vizier.
Proceed.
Okay, I at least looked. It doesn't seem like there was anything sneakily hidden here right at the end. Hey, this seems neat. I'm looking forward to continuing this. There are 6 missions. Again, this is a 1.32 project, which means there is no campaign file. It's individual maps, so we will keep playing. You can carry forward bank data via player profile, even if it's individual maps like this. Revamp did it, for example. It's definitely possible, so even though we did lose that nice custom campaign interface, which I'm still upset about, mildly. I mean, pretty upset, but, you know, like, what can you do at this point? We at least still have campaign functionality for the most part, so it's cool to see people still making stuff in the newer version. I know it was discouraging when Reforged was released, but, you know, I still like playing this game, and it's cool to see people are still making stuff, whether it's the new graphics, or even just the new version with the classic graphics, or, you know, just 1.31 or earlier classic stuff. Hey, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.